here. You just stand very still so you don't go the edge of the stage or anything. Is that okay? Not too? No. Excellent. Okay. Perfect there. I've got a map which is slightly truncated, which starts in Newcastle and goes across to the side. I've got a pin. Okay? What I want you to do, just turn around facing one this way. Just stick your hand out, let me give you the pin to hold. Be careful, very sharp. Got that? Okay. Now what I want you to do is hold your hand up and move in a circle 3 times and just pop it in from the pin. Okay? Now, just touch it down. Got that? Excellent, okay. You pop it in there. Brilliant, fantastic. Do you want to just take the blindfold off? Now don't say anything just yet, but can you see where it's gone?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Okay, but you're happy it was up there, okay? Just there. I've got one last task for you. Just grab a few billets out of there and just check they're all different. I can't stress the scientific constraints of this one. Can you read them? Sorry.
Yes. Yes.
So, pop more back in. And just hold anyone you like.
Okay.
Okay? Now, where's this all going? Now look at the total. You came to this, yeah? Yeah. Just read out the total. Out loud, what was it?
259.
Joan, I'll give you the envelope tonight. Just hold up the envelope and tell us what's on that.
Psychometry testing 37, international and national disasters, characterised by well-defined arena of incidents, large loss of life, significant emotional response in public psychology, likely significant emotional response in disembodied entities in the people.
Joan, beautifully done. Can you just open up and just show us what's inside?
Lockerbie, 273, the Lockerbie crash.
Okay, the Lockerbie crash, 270, the total was?
259.
No, wait. So you've got 259, 270 dead. Okay. Joan, can you read the article? Just read it out loud for everyone.
The group total from yesterday's air disaster over the town of Lockerbie has finally been calculated to 270. This comprises all 259 on board Pan Am Flight 103 and 11 civilians killed on the ground as the jet disintegrated over the skies of this small town.
Okay, so that's fantastic. So again, we've got a death total of 270 made of 259 innocent lives on a plane, the crew, the passengers. And you picked out 11, the number of people, the innocents who were killed on the ground. Could you give Maureen a huge... Because you said you couldn't see without your glasses, but you popped the pin in. Could somebody just have a little look at what that says there? Can you read? Do you see what town was closest to where the pin ended up? And just tell everyone, I think we all know what it's going to be. Lockerbie. Maureen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lockerbie disaster was an absolute travesty, and even now, justice has not been served. There are still arguments between the CIA and Libya, and maybe the 2 men who are finally convicted for the Lockerbie outrage are not the people who are ultimately responsible. What killed those people was fanaticism. A friend of mine at medical school was Libyan. He was a JJ friend. He brought me this pot back from Libya. This is a classical well. And a strange thing happened after that Christmas. He never returned because the country, the UK, banned him from coming back. He was no terrorist. But what happened was every time I poured it out, it was filled with blood. Nothing happened for several years. More recently, my pots came filling with blood again, as more outrages are committed in the name of belief and fanaticism. And what I want to know is, when's it going to end, and when are people going to start thinking for themselves? How much more blood is going to be shed? Ladies and gentlemen, the tales I've told you tonight, the things I've demonstrated here tonight, are not supernatural. Everything I've told you has been a lie. Isn't that what we got?